He's the guy who gets it done when he's put in a main event match at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is his stage. He always finds a way to win at the big dance.
The Undertaker's reign brought to light dark days in the WWE. But in 1997, a monster cut from the same mold emerged as an unlikely foe. It was revealed to the world that The Undertaker's brother Kane was alive.
Kane is alive, Undertaker!
Kane survived a horrific fire that took the lives of The Undertaker's parents. And now Kane, who blamed The Undertaker, wanted to exact revenge on his older brother. Despite insisting he would never fight his own flesh and blood, The Undertaker was eventually given no other alternative.
To face you, Kane.
At WrestleMania 14 in Boston, it was an awe-inspiring encounter of brother versus brother, with Paul Bearer now supporting the younger sibling, Kane.
Straight out of the mouth of hell comes The Undertaker's brother Kane, and that evil Paul Bearer.
Of all of the entrances of The Undertaker, having all those druids with the fire burning was the most exciting one.
What a hellacious matchup this is going to be. Two brothers about to collide. Two 7-foot, 300-pounders for the very, very first time ever.
They're just so good at what they do. You know, they're calling the phenom, you know. There's no other way to describe it.
This would be the third tombstone. Yes, The Undertaker has won this match.
After coming out on top in an epic confrontation, The Undertaker's power was growing, and a devastating group had pledged their allegiance to The Undertaker as the Ministry of Darkness was born. At WrestleMania 15, the Big Boss Man drew the unenviable task of not only facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania, but he would do so inside the Devil's Playground, Hell in a Cell. It was the first time the demonic structure was featured on the hallowed grounds.
No athlete who's ever stepped inside this cell against The Undertaker has ever been the same. Tombstone! Tombstone! The Undertaker has defeated the Boss Man.
Greatness is defined in many different ways, but the ability to change and keep current can elevate one's image to another level. The dawn of the new century saw the dawn of a new Undertaker. In 2001, he rode into Texas with a new look, but the same badass attitude. This time, the cerebral assassin, the Game, Triple H would attempt to bury the legacy of The Undertaker.
The Undertaker is, you know, the dead guy that you just can't stop.
The Undertaker is a merciless individual. The Undertaker taking the Game for the ride.
He's a very tough opponent in the ring because no matter what you do and where you take the match, he never stops coming at you.
Oh my God, he got Triple H just went out of sight. Was he choke slammed to hell or what? On the last ride, The Undertaker came out with the last ride. And The Undertaker has done it. The Undertaker 9-0 in WrestleMania. Tonight, as far as The Undertaker is concerned, game over.
The Undertaker masterfully played the game to perfection and notched his 9th consecutive win. Now, more and more, the streak was becoming a part of the fabric of WrestleMania. Echoes and whispers surfaced. Superstars and fans alike were acknowledging the streak, and it was embarking on legendary status.
one of the most physically intense individuals who has never lost at WrestleMania. The Undertaker is 9-0 at the greatest extravaganza in sports entertainment.
It was at that time that another legend stepped up in an attempt to resurrect his career.
I was just sitting in the arena one day, and Hunter came out and sat next to me and said, the Undertaker wants to wrestle you. And I went, you're kidding? He said, no. He said, he has to wrestle you.
But perhaps the baddest man in the land, the Undertaker imposing his will on Nature Boy Ric Flair.
We had a real good match. He had a real good match. Mine was passable, but, he carried me to what everybody thought was a good match. I was just thrilled to be there.
The Nature Boy would face the same fate as the previous 9 opponents, as the American Badass pushed his streak to an astonishing 10-0.
No! Oh! My God, look at the carnage. Ric Flair is down. The Undertaker is up. He's 10-0. 10-0.
The streak kept on rolling into Seattle, as Undertaker had to face not one, but 2 opponents in a handicap match.
How much heart does the Undertaker have beating up 2 gigantic athletes?
Even with the odds mounted against the Undertaker.
Oh! Pile driver cut-X!
A-Train and the Big Show left Safeco Field on the losing end.
American Badass, the Undertaker standing tall with Old Glory, big ups!
The WWE labeled WrestleMania 20, where it all begins again. And an old foe resurrected the true aura of The Undertaker.
My brother and I used to share a common bond. We were monsters, but my brother committed the most unpardonable of all sins. He betrayed himself. He became one of you. I buried him alive. Rest in peace.
God, what an experience! The dead man and Paul Bearer live!
A return to the original Dead Man was in order, as he was poised once again to battle his brother Kane.
The return of the dead man at WrestleMania 20, where The Undertaker has Tombstone pile-driven his demented brother Kane all the way to the outskirts of hell.
At WrestleMania 21, the self-proclaimed legend killer, Randy Orton, was fixated on killing The Undertaker's streak, and the third-generation superstar set out to do just that.
Why not go after the biggest dog of them all, The Undertaker? Undefeated at WrestleMania, here I am, the legend killer, entering my prime, so to speak, and I want to take the biggest guy down, so I went to SmackDown, got in Undertaker's face, and slapped him as hard as I could. Everybody was very shocked at what I did, and I think The Undertaker was the most shocked.
One slap across my face sealed your son's fate. At WrestleMania, Randy Orton will rest in peace.
And I thought, you know what, if I take this guy out at WrestleMania, I'd be etching my name in the history books forever. So that's what I tried to do. Didn't work out too well.
It is the legend versus the legend killer on the grand stage of WrestleMania. The Undertaker exemplifies a big-time player, because Undertaker succeeds in big-time situations.
There was nothing unlucky about the number 13 for The Undertaker, as the streak continued.
Facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania for me was such a big moment because, The Undertaker is WrestleMania.